Guys, welcome back to my channel, and my hair is not different, your hair is different. Anyway, yeah, so I cut it. I'll just go ahead and address the rumors that didn't exist. But today's video is brought to you by the letter C, or C, whichever way it's gonna flip around, C for con. So today is going to be anime convention review, PewDiePie style con review. So if you know anything about me, maybe you're a friend of mine, maybe you just stumbled upon me, but you can see I have submitted my panel to talk about seasonal anime with several conventions. And I don't mean several, I mean like more than 15. That's more than several technically. So I like this angle better. It helps hide some of the halo in the glasses. Yeah, so I'll talk at an angle at you. This isn't weird at all. Anyway, so I've submitted my panel, different seasons, different part of the year. So obviously it's going to change. It's always going to be different because there's different anime that come out every season and so on and so forth. So the submission process is sometimes very, 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 very long. And whenever I say it's very long, I mean sometimes they want an outline of what you're going to talk about. Sometimes they want like a big biography. Sometimes they want to know like a bunch of random stuff about you and like everything that goes on. And it's basically, it's like an application for like work basically. But I specifically want to talk about the anime conventions that have accepted my panels. Thank you, I love that, thanks. But like have done it in an ignorant manner and at last minute have been like, oh, by the way, you're not getting a badge, but it's 2 days away. So let's address that. Jeffrey's coming in to the frame. Jeffrey is sick of cons that do not give me a badge for doing a panel. It's ridiculous. Look at this cow. He's telling you. He's like, look, give her a badge, man. Alright, I'll let you go. Catch and release. Anyway. I think it is absolutely absurd. If you knock that over, you're fired. Come, sit. Okay, he's gonna sit. I think it's absolutely absurd that anime conventions in this day of age are not giving panelist badges. And whenever I mean like the panelist a badge, I mean I have been accepted by so many panels so far that have said absolutely no badges will be given out to any panelist unless you do 6 hours of programming minimum. I've seen like 6 hours of programming. My panel is not trash where I sit there and I play like hentai clips. No offense, those are really fun and all, but like my panels require a lot of research. Like I watch so many anime per season just so I can have like a real conversation with people and give them the honest truth about the seasonal anime. I create a full slideshow with like, it's a full presentation on like, here's a synopsis, and I don't copy the synopsis from like AnimeNet, animelist.net. I watch the anime and I give you a real synopsis, I give you a real genre, I give you my thoughts. I mean, it's a full thing. Like I put a lot of work into it. And then whenever I have anime conventions come back at me and they're like, oh, we're not going to give you a badge, whenever there was nothing in the application process that said that you'll be required to purchase a badge, even though number one, I'm putting so much effort and time and like care into my panel, and I'm not like some kind of known human. I work hard at anything I do and I put a lot of effort into what I do, so it's just really irritating that the day of a panel, I get a call and it's like, are you not going to come? And I'm like, when did you send me a confirmation email and all this other stuff? So number one, I'm getting really sick of this no badge business because there's just no reason for it. I'm providing content, I'm providing a draw to your convention. Yeah, you could have accepted somebody else's panel, but you chose to accept mine for whatever reason, and you are advertising that the reason somebody needs to buy a ticket is because of the community that is available at your convention in the form of a panel. So me, as a single human, I think I deserve a badge. Just one badge. Like, it's ridiculous whenever it's like nobody on the panel gets a badge. I can understand whenever there are like 15 people trying to be on a panel and that's not like okay, but like, I'm one human, I'm working my butt off, I'm giving you solid content, and I'm trying to be a part of this community, and you're making it really hard whenever I have to spend like hundreds of dollars on badges that I don't want to begin with. I just want to come and talk to people about anime and be a part of the community and leave if I have to. Like, that sounds awful, but like, I don't do all this like partying and like dance shows and crap. Like, I want to come and talk to people about anime and move on with my life, and that is the best way to do it, is at conventions, because that's where my audience lives, at conventions. Now that I took 6 minutes to tell you that, there's another issue that I've been having with conventions, and that's the whole confirmation process. If I have another convention confirm me 4 days before their convention, and it's like in a different state completely, I'm gonna blow my top, as if I'm not doing it already right now. But I can give you a great example. A couple of weeks ago was Anime Dallas. I am in Dallas. I held a panel at Anime Dallas for free. They gave me a badge. It was great, and it was the first year the convention had ever tried before, so it's not like they were something big that could afford to, you do badges for free. Like, they're brand new. They've never done it before. They've never done this convention before, and I forgot where I was going with that. But anyway, I did a panel that day, and that same day I get a call from Yamacon in, I think, Tennessee. They were just like, "Are you gonna come to your panel?" I'm like, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, number one. Number two, when did you ever confirm me? Number three, if you confirmed me, I must have sent you an email saying that no, because I have no knowledge of this. And number four, what do you mean? Am I gonna come do my panel or not? I like, as I was talking to the guy, I was like recollecting. I was like, I definitely sent you an email. I definitely said I live in Dallas and I need a free badge, and it's a little too down to the wire to be approving me, and so on and so forth. And I was just like, this is so unprofessional and so ridiculous. And I understand, like, anime conventions aren't like some kind of like, wildly like produced event or anything, but I think it's ridiculous for any red-blooded human to be expected to get their panel stuff together in 4 days. Like I said, I don't know what other people do with their panels, but mine takes a lot of work to get it together, and it's just mind-boggling what happens. And I think that there's some anime conventions that do a really great job of putting everything together and putting a lot of great care into stuff. But I am getting really sick of this no badge business, and then telling me no badge like 4 days before I come, because I got confirmed for NebraskaCon in Nebraska, and I don't know how big that convention is at all, but all I know is the conventions here in Dallas will give you a free badge if you do a panel. I've looked at it. They get like A-Con, free panel, Anime Dallas, free panel, and Anime Fest, free badge for a panel. Like, all of them, they just give you the thing. They're like, here you go, you're providing content, here's a badge. Like, you did it. But, the NebraskaCon, I get an email from them 5 days before I'm supposed to drive up there, and I'd already bought hotel. And they're like, oh, by the way, you don't get a badge. I'm like, what do you mean I don't get a badge? Like, I call them, and they're like, oh, yeah, don't worry about it. We'll get you a badge. So 2 days later, I'm like, hey, I haven't gotten anything sent to me. And this guy on the phone's like, nobody here said they'd give you a badge. And I'm like, I literally called the number in the email, and they were like, yeah, we'll give you a badge. You're traveling. Like, that was our mistake. So then they added onto their website, like, panelists must have badges, and I'm like, y'all are doing that 3 days before, just making people think that they're gonna get a badge? Like, I just, and then after I'm like, hey, you guys, look, I'm traveling really far, it's a 9-hour drive, like, just give me a badge. They're like, oh, you can volunteer. I'm like, I'm not gonna volunteer. I'm driving super far away to be a piece of content for you, and it's just, I can't, like, see, I'm getting so irritated about it. But anyway, conventions suck right now for me. I don't know about you. I don't know about anybody else, but I am trying to be on the panel circuit. I am trying to go to different conventions and talk to people about anime and have a community around me, and I just want a free badge for doing it. I want a free badge for putting hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of work into a panel. Like, the panel might be an hour long, but, like, it took me 5 hours to get all of it together. Like, that should count in my mind. But let me know what you think. This video is gonna be 12 minutes long by the time that I finish here. But let me know what you think. Like, should panelists, at least one panelist on the panel, get a badge at every convention, especially if they're providing content? What do you think about that? Comments below. I want to hear your thoughts. If you're like, no, you're a part of the convention, you're coming, you're doing your thing, like, tell me, let's have a conversation, let's open it up wide. But I need to know, because I keep having really bad experiences with this, and it needs to be commonplace that panelists get free badges. And once again, thank you so much for watching my video. I am your romance anime senpai, Sam, that did not talk about anything romance related today. And thank you so much for watching. If you got to this point, feel free to follow me on Instagram, because I usually do have a daily random thought. And I'm starting to think about doing some IGTV stuff on there as well. Subscribe, and like, and comment, and ring the little ding-dong bell. Thank you. Bye, guys.